Hey, Bill, it's Joe. Hey, Gunnar, how are you? Could you put in the chat box there? Just let me know that you hear me. Chat box, chat box. Just let me know you hear me. Good evening. It's Tuesday. This is Joe Shoop. And I need for somebody in that chat box to do something in there that says that you are hearing me. And I don't see anybody typing in. So, Gunther, if you can do that for me, it'd be great. Okay, yes, I hear you. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. We'll just give this a few minutes and we will get right underway. Hi, Mary. Bill, and hey, Shirley, good evening. Are you, any of you, unfamiliar or familiar with how to change your autoresponder letters? Just tell me, familiar, not familiar. That must mean that Shirley and Shirley is Mr. Shirley. Just give this another 1 minute and then we'll just get right into, let me talk to you about a few things and show you how to get your back office straightened out. In the meantime, it might be a good idea. You'll be able to, I'll put this up as a recording anyway, so you'll be able to go over this, but it might be a good idea to, okay, good. Not familiar. You are familiar. I've viewed my notes from last time. Okay. I'm going to put a screen up so I can show you and tell you why we need this change. It's just an update, really, more than a change. But we'll do a screen share so I can show you the back office. I guess it's not a good idea if you don't know how to split screen. Then you might not want to go and get a browser. Just take some notes, and if you struggle when trying to do what I show you tonight, just call me. If you're struggling with Tools Rock, you should definitely call me. I mean, you can put a support ticket in. If you don't get an immediate response, just call me. Most of the stuff I know how to handle in the back office, and I can take care of that. Yeah. All right. I'm going to try to make this as clear as I can. Let me go ahead and share my screen. After I share the screen, would you also put in the chat box? I have the chat box open, but once I share the screen, I have to go back and forth to see who chats and who doesn't. So I want to make sure you can see the screen. So I just have to do a few things before we do that. Let me make sure that the websites are up here. Okay, there's that one. Let's go and see what this is all about. My site update. Huh, I wonder what that means. Guess I can update that. I don't know what that means. And one more thing here. This must be the same thing. Okay. I think this is the only site I'm going to need. Does anybody need any? Well, you know what? Forget it. I'll put it up there anyway. I'll put USA up here. USA Lead Club in case we have to go over there. Let me stop this video. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let me do a screen share and make sure that everybody understands how to operate this back office here. So What you should be seeing now, it looks like a tunnel. You can see the chat box open and you can see a tunnel there. Do you see that? So somebody put in the chat box and tell me that you see all of these chats running down almost, well, indefinitely. If you see that, then you're going to see my screen. Just put in there, can see your site. Good. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch that over now. And here's where we are. You should be able to see this now. And I will just go back to the screen. Make sure now that you see the back office of My Tools Rock. I'm going to go back and ask you again if you can see that. So in the chat box, once again, somebody put up there, yes, you see it. Okay, good. All right, so we're back to the back office. All right, now, let me give you a little update. Let me tell you how this works. The invitation letters, if you want to see them, you go to Tools, Autoresponders, and View. And it asks you, well, which one do you want to view? Now, providing that you set these up, providing that you set your autoresponders up correctly, you will see them in this box. So I would go down here and let's select for now the invite letters. These are the letters that go out when you put leads in or you send people to your website to fill something out. So here's the autoresponder number 1. This is the business invite. That means it goes to the business presentation. I'm going to skip that one for now and go down to the AdTech Gold invite. So I'm going to click that on. That's what it says. That's what you should have called it. The way to do that, if you haven't done it, is you go to Tools, Autoresponders, and New. And then you set up a new autoresponder. And hold on for a second. Tools, Autoresponders, and New. And it's going to ask you to set a new one up. And there's the page that you should see that asks what name do you, and that's you. You have to call it something. So if you're going to set it up for the gold, the one that goes to the 12-week plan, it's called AdTech Gold Invite. AdTech Gold Invite. And that's what you would call it. And then in the opt-out name, you put the same thing, and then you don't need a description. And you go down here and it says, copy an autoresponder series from somebody. Well, I have the autoresponder ID. It's in the training room. If you go to the training room, you'll see the number. And actually, before you set them up, you should go back there and get the numbers. And you put it in there. You put the password in, which is AdTech Gold, and click Create the Autoresponder. And what you end up with is this, Autoresponders View. As soon as you do that, automatically you end up with these letters. They're all created. There are 10 letters that go out. That's the autoresponder letters, and that's where you see them. That's how you can look at them. Now, truthfully, you have the ability to edit these. I wouldn't if I were you, unless you were a genius at marketing and you feel as though other letters might work, then do it. But I don't recommend that you do that. But the truth is the invite letters wouldn't affect anybody else's invite letters. Even if I change mine, they don't affect yours. The only way you get these letters is to do what I just said. You go to Tools, Autoresponders, New. You select the name of it, and then you take the ARID, the autoresponder ID number that I give you in the training room, put the AdTech Gold password in, and it automatically creates these letters. Now, the problem is some of you have these set up already. The other day, Wally made me aware of the fact that there were things in here, capitalized letter or words, all capitals, things that said click here, things that said opportunity, money, all those words, even in the body of the email, affect the delivery rate of the email. Now, I knew there were words that did that. I didn't realize they were in the body of the email. just in the subject lines. They're getting through, but I mean, they could get through the filters, but better if you have all those things out of there. So what I had to do is go in 3 different categories: AdTech Gold Invite, AdTech Worldwide Invite, and the Friends and Family Invite. All of those letters, which contain about 30 letters, I had to review each one to see if we had any discrepancies in there, anything that was capitalized or opportunity or the word money or click here, and make sure that all the links were going to the right place. So it's what I've been doing for 3 days. And we have changed all the letters. That's the good news. The letters are the same, but they have those filtering spam words and problems out of there now. But here's the problem. The only way you're going to get these new letters is if you delete what you already have and start over again. Now, that's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Because even if you are in a campaign right now and there are people, you sent these out, and let's say they're getting letters from you. Maybe they're on the 3rd letter. If you delete the autoresponder now, if you go in and delete what you have in order to get these updated letters, the autoresponder letters to those people are going to stop. The contacts will still be in your in your contact manager. They're still going to be showing up in the contact manager. The name, it'll show that they were on a campaign and that you stopped it. But the names will all be there. And by the way, you should have all the names in your contact manager on a spreadsheet anyway. So let me go to this chat area again and tell me, does anybody have a question so far? Let me open this. I see the chat is open. So just tell me if you see a problem here. Anything you need to know. Anything, any question. I haven't even given instructions yet, only facts so far. But I'm going to give you instructions. I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, so nobody, I'll wait another minute because I do know that it takes a little bit of time for that to happen. For you to get, no questions. Okay, good. No, you don't understand, or yes, you understand, Shirley. Or no, you have no questions. Okay, no problem. Let me go back to here. All right, we're going to go back to this page. Now, one thing I want to tell you that once you get this reset is to go in your back office and view. In other words, we're in now, we went to Tools, Autoresponder, View, and I'm viewing the letters. What you want to do is click on every letter and read them and make sure that the links that are here are going to your website. If you click that on, you will see where that goes. If you notice, where it's going is to my website, joeshoop.adtechgold.com. That's where it's going. That letter goes out to people, and when they click that on, that's where they end up. Now, let me show you why it goes to my site. I'm going to go out of here. I'm going to go to Tools, Autoresponder, Edit. And it's going to say, what do you want to edit? I'm going to say AdTech Gold Invite. And now I'm going to, now notice my description in here, invitation letters for former 12-week financial freedom plan, now called AdTech Gold. It is the same website from New Zealand with a different name, AdTech Gold, okay? So now I'm going to manage the emails. In this particular thing, not only can I view them, but I can also edit them. But let me show you in the edit portion. I have two things to tell you here. One, this is where the letters were created. If you go in your back office in some of these letters, you're going to notice that the words in your edit portion are running off the page here. And let me tell you, as Bob Coons and I went over today, I don't know why, but I do know when you click on preview, they straighten out. In this particular website, there's no problem. Some of the other ones, don't get concerned if you go to the edit portion and you see them out of whack. If you click on preview, you'll see they jump into place. I don't know why. I don't care why. I can't go back, and I've spent hours trying to figure it out and make them work. I made this one work somehow. I don't know. But let me show you now. This is the same letter we just saw in a preview, except it's now in its edit form. And if you notice, the first name has a merge code where you put that code in there, and that merge code will link up with the prospect and call them by the first name. If you look at the subject line, it does the same thing. You have to understand those merge codes, which are up here in the corner. So now, what I want to show you is the way my website gets in there is this word go here now. If I highlight that and go up here to a tab, which is a link tab right here, it's going to show you what's underneath of there. And here's what it is. Everybody's site underneath should read just like this. My_site, well, it's actually hashmark my_site hashmark.adtechgold.com. The system knows to take it to your particular site and match it up with that. If by chance you go through here and you double check these and highlight it, first of all, if you highlight it and go up and there's nothing in there, double check it. It means you probably didn't highlight it properly because they're all functioning. But if you open it up and you see my name in here that's instead of my site, hash mark, and you see the word Joe Shoop, you need to notify me immediately, and you need to change it to yours. I don't believe that mistake is in there. But we're human, we make errors, and we found a couple of those. They're updated and they're fixed now. But that's how it gets to go to where it needs to go. The merge codes allow it to do that, just like down here. Thank you, my_name, hash mark. That sends it to your full name and phone number and email. So that's one thing. That's how you see the codes and where they're supposed to go. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Tools, Autoresponder, Delete. Okay, so write that down. Tools, Autoresponder, Delete. It's going to say, well, what do you want to delete? You put the window down there and you pick out the one that you want to delete. Keeping in mind, if you have a campaign running where people are receiving this autoresponder, it's going to stop the autoresponder. The contacts will stay there, but the autoresponder will stop. I'm going to deal with the contact portion of this and show you how to make that easier in a second. So, at this point, you select what you want to delete. Some of you should have AdTech Business Invite number 1. That's what you should have called it. What's in here is what you called it. And you click delete, it'll ask you, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? And make sure you delete it. It will then tell you that you have so many autoresponders of how many you're allowed. So if you're allowed 2, it's going to say you now have 1 autoresponder of 2. Okay, then you need to go down and eliminate the other one. If you're using the friends and family invite, which is here, you click that, delete, and follow the same process, at which point it should say you have 0 autoresponders of 2 that you're allowed. If you're using the AdTech Gold invite, same thing. Click it on, delete, go through the delete series. It will then say how many autoresponders you have set up for so many that you're allowed. Now, again, does anybody have any questions about that right now? I have the chat box open. Anybody not understand, need me to go over that again? I'll wait a couple seconds here to see in the chat box. Do you have any questions whatsoever that things that are not clear? And again, you can go over this recording when we're done. All right, let me go back. Doesn't seem to be any problems here. All right, now let's assume that you followed the instructions and you have 0 autoresponders. What this may have done for you if you have contacts in the Contact Manager, now what it might be, well, would be, is if you have them in there, you're going to go to your contacts and you're going to see that none of these letters are going out, but yet you have a whole bunch of leads in there. Now follow me with this. Those leads in there, if you're using, let's say, USA Leads, let's say you have 1,000 leads in there that those autoresponders were sending out a few letters. If you want to resend those letters after you set up the autoresponder, you're going to have to go in one at a time and click Send Email, select the category, select the autoresponder, and push the button. However, there's another way around that. You can delete all of your contacts, making sure that all of those contacts are on a spreadsheet somewhere, which is how you should have gotten those in there in the first place. If you delete all your contacts, then you can go here to Contacts, Add Contacts, and you select Upload Opt-in Contacts. And you can bring those leads back in again all at once and start the autoresponder all at once, all at the same time, instead of one at a time. That you should be able to do. So if you're using a lead source where you have those on a spreadsheet, you'll be able to bring them back in again. That's what I suggest you do. If they're personal contacts, just make sure you have those somewhere. If you want to delete the personal contacts, then delete them. But you should have them set up in categories. Like I said before, you can have 10 categories. USA Lead Club, XYZ Lead Company, this is where you got them from, people you met at Walmart, your friends and family, personal friends, just acquaintances, people I know from high school. All of these categories are set up so that when you bring a lead in and you say, I want to send them some letters, I want to assign them to an autoresponder, a bunch of letters, it'll ask you what category do they fit in. And if they're your friends from high school, you would click on the category. It would say, you set that up already. Yeah, these are my friends from high school. You click it on, friends from high school. That's the group they're in. You select the autoresponder you want them to have. And then push that button, and then you can go into your categories search and find just those people and see what letter they're on. Okay, is that clear to everybody, the category stuff? I'm back to the chat box. I'm not sure, Shirley, if it's 100 a day. If you, that may be true, but I can tell you that call me. It's definitely a way around that. You can do that. I think you can put them in differently. We'll talk about that. Any other questions about the categories? The categories to me is really important. That you understand what categories means and having them set up so you can assign autoresponders to certain groups or categories. I'd prefer to call them groups. Okay, looks like there's no questions. All right, let's go back again. Now, here's how you're going to put them back in. Let's make the assumption that you have cleared your autoresponders. You no longer have autoresponders, and let's say you're going to use 2 of them. Here are the choices. You go to Tools, you go to Autoresponders, and you go to New. And it says, okay, create a new autoresponder series. Well, again, you're going to call it, if you're using AdTech, the business presentation, I would call it AdTech Business Invite number 1. I'm going to just tell you now, stay away from AdTech Business Invite number 2 that's stated in the back office. Don't use that one. I'm going to take that out of there eventually, as long as everybody's agree that they don't have it running. So you have AdTech Business Invite number 1. Now, in order to get after you do that, you put the same thing in the opt-out, and you go down to the bottom, copy another user's autoresponder, that's mine, and you would click that on. In fact, let me give you that autoresponder number now, tools, autoresponder, edit. Okay, so that particular autoresponder is called AdTech Business Invite number 1. There's the ARID 2043. The password is AdTech. You see that? Write that down. To reset this, you won't have to go to the training room. Take it from here. ARID 2043, password AdTech. Write that down. Let's go to the next one so I can get this correct. Gold Invite. AdTech Gold Invite. Don't worry about the word shared. That means I share it with you. That number is 2290. AdTech Gold is the password. Okay, 2290, AdTech Gold. Now, if you're doing the friends and family, and that is friends invite right here, AdTech friends invite. That's what I called that. Click it on. That one is 2041 with password AdTech. Okay. Now let's go back to tools, autoresponder, new. So let's say you're going to set up 2 of them. My suggestion is get 4 of them. I know it's more money, but you're better off with 4. So let's just, now you say, what do you want to call it? So you put in here AdTech Business Invite number 1. You put the same thing in the opt-out name, and then you go down to the autoresponder. I think it's 2043. Put AdTech, create autoresponder, and what you end up with is this particular set of letters. That's what you get right there. And you can review them. Click on all of the links after you do this. Go through every letter and make sure that those links, when you click them on, go to your website. If they don't, you need to call me. You can change them yourself, but I suspect you would want to call me. So that's how you get the business invite number 1. Any questions? Yeah, Bob's answering that question there, as you can see. Different levels, 100, 500, 2,500. Yep, there are different levels. Anybody have any questions on how to, A, delete all your autoresponders? That should be pretty simple. B, how to put them back in. All the invite letters are corrected. They should be fine. We should have no problems with them. I just finished them up today. They double-checked and checked and double-checked, and we're good. The follow-up letters, which I'll show you in a second, are system letters that Anston had to put in after I corrected them. And they're all correct now. I'll show those to you. Okay, doesn't look like we have any problems there. All right, so the next one you're going to do is you're going to go to Tools, Autoresponder, New, and set up the second one. This will depend on which one you want. You should put in here AdTech Gold Invite. That takes them to the 12-week plan. Once again, opt out. Same thing. Go down, select the autoresponder ID. Don't select the copy one up here. Just select the one, another user's. This copy means yours. Copy another one is me, the system. ARID 2041, I think it was. Create the password or whatever they were. Create this password at their goal. Click on Create Autoresponders. What you end up with are AdTech Gold letters. And there they are. Again, go over them. You'll see the letters, just see what they look like. I'm going to show you that little discrepancy in here as well. So you do the same thing with Tools, Autoresponders New. If you want the family one, name it AdTech Friends and Family Invite, or AdTech Friends Invite, or just Friends Invite. Then so you know what it is, put the opt-out in, go down here, put the ARID number in here, the password, create it, and what you end up with are the letters. Autoresponders View, What do you want to view? Let's view the friends, invite, HadTech friends invite, view the autoresponder, and there's all the letters. So let me click one on, I want to show you something. Maybe that one didn't work. Nope. Let's do another one. See what this one looks like. Yes. Now, take a look at this. This is the viewed portion. And you notice where this is sitting. If I go back to edit this, well, I have to go edit it. Well, I'll do that in another one. Guess I should go to edit. Tools, autoresponder, edit. Just want you to know, if you go to these edit sections, you're going to see these things out of whack in the edit portion of them, but don't pay attention to that, because the end result is that they are accurate. Now, this one happens to be accurate. Let's try to pick one out here and see. And these all seem to be in order. I actually put these in order. I worked a lot the last couple days trying to make sure these were all even. They might be sitting somewhere else. Well, either way, they look even. If you find out they're uneven, don't worry. In the preview, they're not. I just noticed something. Okay, here's a little discrepancy, I believe. Let me edit this email. I think I might have a little problem here. So if you were going to go into edit, let's click it on and edit it. That must have been the preview. Nope, it's there. Okay, there's the name in there. All right, that doesn't look bad. So once again, that's how you get to the edit portion of them. If you see any that they look out of whack, it's only in our brains. I don't know why it does it, but it does it. But anyway, that's the 3 ways. Take out and put back in your autoresponder. Now, once again, let's go to questions. Anybody have any questions? No questions. Rudy, thank you. Shirley, different, yeah. Anybody have any questions whatsoever? All right, let me take you over to something in the cat. I wanted to make this clear. I believe this is critical. Go in and check your categories. You're going to go to, you can go to manage categories. Contacts, manage categories. And it's asking you, list them or create one. So if you haven't done any, you're going to have to create them. But let me just show you the list here. This came from the back office. See what this says? USA leads. That's what I called it. That's a category. So if I take any of the USA leads and I put them into the autoresponder in Tools Rock, it asks me, what category is this group that you're putting in here? And I put USA leads. Once I do that, when I go search for it, I can just look at those instead of every name in the autoresponder or in the contact manager. A. Weber, M&G leads, USA leads AdTech, Warm Market. That's anybody, my friends and family. You can call it. I called it Warm Market because I didn't call it my friends and family. I put AdTech, Warm Market. Everybody I know would be in that category. A company that I use, A. Weber, where people fill out information, are in that category. So if I want to check on any of these people what autoresponder letter they are in, I can go do that. But I want you to know that you create the categories. Think about the categories. And when you want to go add these, you got to select the category. So again, let's go back to questions. No questions. Joe, please clarify the exact AR names. Sure. Tell you what, let's go to the training room and let me show them to you. How's that? Let's go to training, team training room. I think I typed it in correctly. Let's give it a try. I'm in the dark here. That's what I thought. Tools, tools, autoresponder, team training.
Welcome to Text Contactor.
That's not what I want.
Go ahead and use the Text Contactor. Buy your credits below,
Training.
and then go to your contact manager to send them.
Sorry about that. I need to put a light on here. All right. The vault. Access. Okay. So whoever asked that question can't remember. This is where you find all that information in the training vault. Just have to wait for the videos to load, and we'll be good to go. I think everything you need to know is in this vault. Part 2, the AdTech Tools Rock Marketing System. After the videos load. There we go. All right, now, there's an explanation, tells you why we designed it, tells you how it works, unlock your marketing sites, which you should have done, tells you how to do that. Then it goes in, this is the site. Now, these are not autoresponders. This is the sites that you'll be using. Now, the next thing is to understand your categories. There it is there. How to create those categories. These are only examples, warm market, cold market. This is, as I said, 10 categories. The lead companies, wherever you got them, is the group that you put them in. Now, creating your autoresponder. Here they are. Autoresponder number 1. I am suggesting this is what you use. Autoresponder number 1. Well, I'm sorry. This is the friends and family one, autoresponder number 1. If you're using that autoresponder, then that you follow these instructions. 2041 is the ARID. If you're not using the friends and family, now remember, you still have a friends and family website, you just don't have an automatic letter sender router or autoresponder attached to it. You can do it manually, but you still have that open. So the second one is the business people that want to manage a business. This is the business website. It's called AdTech Business Invite number 1. There it is right there. That's what you should type in that box. It tells you that. AdTech Business Invite number 1. Gives these instructions what to do. Just like I said, put the ARID number in there and create the autoresponder. There's the password. Now, the next one is for the people using the USA leads. However, this is autoresponder number 2, basically. We call it number 3, but don't use this one. Okay, don't open this one up. The reason for that is called Business Invite number 2. See it down there, AdTech Business Invite number 2? The first paragraph is different than it is in the one above it. And I prefer the one above it. Just keep that in mind. So I really want to take this instructions down for that one. So you should use AdTech Business Invite number 1 with that ARID number right there, or ARID number, yeah. Okay, now the next one to create is for the AdTech Gold. Once again, what do you call it? I think I might have a mistake here. These letters are the same as AdTech Gold, and that, yeah, that's correct. This is a business invite, okay? This is for friends. If you want to send the friends and family out to people that are in business to show them that, that's this one, okay? Again, skip that one. Let's go down to the bottom. AdTech Gold. AdTech Gold invite. That sends them to the 12-week plan. The letters are the same. You can check them out as they are, AdTech Gold and AdTech Business. They're both the same letters. The ARID is different. And you click Create Autoresponders. So if you're using 2, you should use this one, 2290, and AdTech Business number 1, right there. That's 2043. So that's what you should be using if you only have 2. If you have 4, put all 4 in there. And you create the autoresponder. And all the letters are sitting there for you. Okay, once again, any questions whatsoever? Anything going on in your mind you need me to clarify? If not, I'm going to move to one more thing, and that'll be it. No questions? Bill Moriarty, did that clarify that? They're all called invite. AdTech Business Invite, that's the business presentation, the one that's 35 minutes. AdTech Gold Invite is the 12-week financial freedom plan. Friends and Family Invite, that's actually called AdTech Friends Invite. That's the one with the friends and family. All right, so let's take a look at something. I got this. Good, Shirley. Thank you. All right, let's go back now. Right now, let me explain to you the letters. The invite letters, as I showed you, can be changed. An individual can go in and say, I'm going to change something. So if you went to Tools, Autoresponder, Edit, you select the autoresponder. Let's just say it's AdTech Gold Invite, and you click on Manage the Email. You have the opportunity and the option to change this. But let's take you in. I don't suggest you do it. Let's take you into this letter number 4. Let's preview it. It's gone out for the 4th time. We haven't gotten any response. We're still conducting our national campaign, searching for people who are honest, ambitious, and work well with others. I'd like to speak with you about managing business. Before contacting me, listen or watch this overview. We'll discuss the possibilities and so on. If you change that, you better be good at it, at lining it up and changing what you want. The invite letters, if you had more than 2 autoresponders, you could go in and create your entire autoresponder letters if you thought you were marketing good enough, creative enough, and go in and create your own. Not suggesting it, but I'm telling you, you can. It's designed so that you can go in here and change letters. It doesn't change anybody else's. Even if I change mine, it doesn't change yours. The only way it would do that is if you went back, like we're going to do now, delete what you have, bring it back in, and then you're going to get my autoresponder letters. All right, now, the invite letters operate differently than the follow-up letters. If you notice in your back office, you won't see follow-up letters. Here's why. The follow-up letters are attached to, they're married to each website. For instance, the AdTech Gold follow-up letters is when someone fills out information after you've sent them maybe 3, 4 letters, and they said, okay, I'm going to fill this out. They fill out the capture area. That automatically stops the invitation letters and now goes to the follow-up letters. The follow-up letters are what are called system letters. They are standard. They're for everyone, and they cannot be changed. The only people that can change them is the system, which is ToolsRock. So you don't have an option to change your follow-up letters because, again, they are married to each individual website. So everybody gets the same letters, just like in the invite letters, everybody gets the same, but you can change those or add another letter. You can do whatever you want there. The follow-up are for everyone. That's the way systems are set up. So they can't be changed. Even I can't change them on my end and give you an ID number to get it. I don't have that ability. Only Anson has that. But I do have copies of those letters, and I can put them up in the training room when I get to it. Now that we have gotten these things fixed, thanks to Wally, we were able to go in and change the things I expressed and explained in the beginning. But if I were to go to Tools, Autoresponders, View, and I select it, you'll see in here, I have follow-up letters. And these are the ones that were all corrected. Business follow-up correct. View the autoresponder. This is what your prospect gets when they start filling out. When they fill out the information and say, hey, I want more, and they filled out the capture area and they're looking over the website, they immediately get this first letter. Of course, that's because it addresses me, but it could say, Mary, thank you for responding to our national ad campaign. As stated in the company overview, we are looking for people who are honest, ambitious, and work well with others. I'll be contacting you within 24 to 48 hours. To expedite the interviewing process, contact me at the number listed below. And there it is. I don't have any way of going in here and clicking on edit and doing that. I can't do that. Well, actually, I can. And I have to give them to Anson in order for him to put them back in. Tonight, there's going to be a new set of follow-up letters in here. It's going to say business follow-up correct too. I corrected all these, gave them to him. He just hasn't given them back to me yet. So the next follow-up letter. Same thing. Our national ad campaign and search for the right individuals to help expand our company is still in effect. I'm looking forward to our interview, determine whether we're a match for each other. You can reach me at the number below. Same thing. Follow-up number 3. This is, they've filled something out. These letters kicked in. The other ones stopped. These are kicking in, but you know what? You're not connecting. You called them. They didn't answer. They didn't respond, so they keep going. Here's a short video to tell you more about what we're looking for in an individual. Okay? When they click this on, here's where they're going. Be a connector.
Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed?
This tells them more of what we're looking for. We're looking for connectors. We're still looking for the right people who are honest, ambitious, and work well with others. Contact me at the number below, etc. Next one. Are you right for our company? Here's a short video to tell you. Once again, we give them the connector video again. Why? Maybe they missed the last one.
You realized that the world had changed?
That's all. Maybe they missed it. So we do it again, like any good ad would do. I've got some bad news. With the value of the dollars at what it used to be, we had to review these, make sure that these things were all right in here. Watch it here. This should take us to the friends and family one.
You're about to
Notice it took us to the second page. So we're showing them something different. Remember, this is the AdTech business follow-up, and yet we're showing them the friends and family site right there. We want them to see more about Carrot Bars. Here's another one that's important and unique. Did you know that Carrot Bars, oops, there you go. There's a misspell. Oh, no, the corrected one, this is already corrected in the new ones. We corrected that. Fast and absolutely go here. This should take us to my AdTech Gold site. It will take it to yours as well. Okay, that's where it goes. Hey, check out our New Zealand partners. Goes in here, go ahead, create your account. Now, this is one thing we changed in here. And so, Bob, I know you're changing some of your letters, but here's something that's critical you may not know. Today is the time. Don't waste another day. Go ahead and contact me to create your account. It doesn't say that in the old ones. It says create your free account today. It doesn't cost you anything. That's how we said free account. Instead of free account, we said it doesn't cost you anything. Plus, it only takes a few seconds. This was replaced. Every place that said free account in all these letters, get your free account, that's what it was replaced with. So we scoured them looking for any place that said free account, anything that had all caps in letters. I think I got to make a note and make sure that that international was changed. What letter was that? Right here. I got some bad news. Okay. No, important and unique. There we go. All right. I had to share a cool video with you. This is again the connector video. And once again in here, this actually said at the very least, open your free account now. Had to take that out. Open your account. It doesn't cost you anything. Plus, it only takes a few seconds. Then exchange for cash for gold. Blah, blah, blah. Click here. This should take us to the connector again. There it does.
Do you remember the moment you realized?
Okay. We've captured that video, so no matter what happens, we have it. Wondering what's ahead. Again, these are the follow-up letters. Now, keep in mind, these are the follow-up letters for the business invite and for the AdTech Gold invite. Same letters. Same exact thing. Why? Because what we're trying to attract are people who want to manage a business from home. I'm not interested in all the people, get this now, watch this one, look at the economy, it's collapsing, you're going to get rich if you do this. I'm sorry, but I'm not doing that. I never bought into that. I don't like it, and I think that's what's created a lot of blue dots in our business and other people's, is by creating that, hope for people that isn't real. Teach them how to manage this properly, how to send out the proper emails that attracts the right people, so you don't have 1,000 people and 800 or 900 of them all blue dots doing nothing. I know you all know what I'm talking about. You're not alone, down here, and that's it. This one doesn't even have a link. Again, call me to set up your gold savings account. It doesn't cost you anything, plus it only takes a few seconds. In addition, I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Okay, so again, anyway, we do a connector and then we get a final notice. Final notice says, hey, over the last 30 days, you've gotten all this information, news about the economy, jobs, people laying off. Notice this, the movement of money. Don't change that little asterisk in there. The word money is a spam word. If you put a little asterisk in there, it will change that. The filters won't read that. I know it looks funny, but that's the way it is. It'll fool the spammers. So now again, click reach out. Here's the same thing. I'd like to speak to you about managing business from home at our company. Contact me number below. Click here. Friends and family, second page. So it gives them this particular
You're about
video.
to discover an amazing new program, which not only makes buying
So there you go.
affordable,
That's what it does. The last thing you're going to see is this page on Know Your Gold, how it works, referral income, meet counterparts, little video, and testimonials. Tammy Marson on here, among other people. You can see, there's Cecil Piper, there's Joyce, and Jim Morris, Tony from England, Paul from England, from wherever, from New Zealand, Juliet, Kim Bennett from here in the U.S., and there's Wally. This is the last thing we want them to see. So this was pretty well thought out as to what we wanted to do. The other letters are the same as if you go to AdTech Gold. This is the AdTech business follow-up. AdTech Gold are the same thing. Friends and family are different. It addresses a different audience. Your friends. Hi, how you doing? Casually talking to them. So while I have you on the phone, I guess we could go in just in case, so I can tell Anson that L is missing. AdTech business follow-up. And manage the email, and I can correct it here. Which one was that? Anybody remember? I think it was this here. I think this is the one. It is right there. And we will bring this one back one. I think he caught this. So we'll just go down here and save it. Once again, this has nothing to do with anybody else because this is the follow-up attached to the websites. And there it is. Okay. So we're good there. Okay, let's go back here. Any questions? Because we're about done. Anybody have, okay, Bill, the 12-week plan had options for a prospect to join Karatbars and TSR. Do the new letters have a way to do that, or should the affiliate send the prospect the information? No, Bill, you send them back to that 12-week plan has the ability to send them there. The letters do not tell them they can do it in the letter. Where it's stated is in the website. So if they were to go to the 12-week plan or the, bill.gold, adtechgold.com, you can send them to that page where they could sign up. It's not in the letter. They can't do that in the letter. They can do it on the website. So you send them the information. I always tell them, go to that site. You can see both tools rock, and you can see the registration right there. Yes, you're right, Mary. I wouldn't change the letters. I mean, can the schedule be compressed to 30 days to mesh with the USA lease? Yeah, you can change in your back office, Bill, you can change the sequence of your letters. You can also do that. If all you have to do is click on edit and change the days in which they go out. Yes. That's a good idea. I mean, that kind of stuff you can change. You just go back into, let's go back here and show you tools, autoresponders, edit. Let's say you want to edit the AdTech Gold invite. Click that on, and you go manage the email. Now you could go over here and click on edit and change the number of days. So don't change that 0. That's the first day. Don't ever change that one. But from here down, if you want to do it every 4 days, you could click on edit. And once you click the edit button, you can change the number of days. Here it is. Send blank days after the first one. Every one of them has that number in there. That's how we set these up. All of these had to be done individually, just like this. And then you change the number right there. And then don't forget to save it. Look down the bottom to save it. Does that answer your question? Bill. Do the new letters have a way to do that, or should they? Yeah, we already got that. Who was it that asked me that? Ken, yeah, Bill. Schedule to compress to 30 days. Yep. You can change those, the intervals, all you want. Anybody else? Questions? Okay. Looks like we are in good shape here. I don't see any more questions. Bill, does that answer your question? See, Mary, I'm going to handle Mary's again. All of the autoresponder letters I've ever seen created are all, you're welcome, Bill, they're all about make money fast and build this and hurry up and you're going to lose, and that's not what we're looking for. That may get your people, but if you put false hope out there and you don't have a plan for these people when they come in, you're going to lose them anyway. I don't care if you have 10,000 people on your team. If you don't do it right, you're only going to have 1,000 of them doing something, 10%. And it's a nice problem to have if you had 10,000 people. But the truth is, wouldn't you rather have no, little blue dot, hardly any blue dots, and people knowing what to do and following a pattern and a plan? I bring somebody in and say, these are the letters, this is what we do, they don't have to think. They get down the road and they go, you know what, I think I could write a better invite letter. Go ahead. Go ahead. That's what I would tell them. But the truth is, we need to tell people, be part of a system whereby recruiting never stops. If the person comes in, how many companies do you know you've ever been in that they walked in the door and the whole thing was in place? It's just a matter of going to work now. Put in your marketing, and when I say your marketing plan, I mean your schedule of looking for the interested people. That's the marketing plan. All this stuff is now here. If you have 3 websites to send to people, AdTech presentation, which I suggest you do that with business people, ads, and the AdTech, Gold, friends and family, you should be able to find. What just happened there? Did I lose something? No. You should be able to find, you should be able to find the people with that particular dialogue, as long as you know what to do when you're done. Hi, Mary, Joe Shoup giving you a quick call. You responded to one of my ads. You filled out some information. Am I catching you at a good time? Or do we need to reschedule for a time that's more convenient? And follow the pattern of scripts, the dialogue, the language that gets them moved over to someone who helps you get them registered. Then, when they get in, you lead them to Tools Rock. Put them in the chat or the education room. Get them into Tools Rock. Get the education room. Get them set up to, get their autoresponders going. Get them set up to buy gold once a month initially. Set that plan in motion. Set that plan in motion so they know when they come in. Now what they have to do, get in this class, learn the dialogue, learn how to talk to a person, find out their interest level, and move them to a director. It's as simple as can be. So with that said, any other questions? Anything at all? This is Andrea. This is number 5. Yep, that's right. I just pushed one button. I don't know what that means, Andrea. This is number 5. What's that mean? It's number 5. Yep, that's right. I just pushed one button. This is number 5. I don't know what that means, Andrea. Help me, and then we'll go. Oh, I see. Friends and family letter reads, letter number 6 reads, this is number 5. Yep, that's right. I just pushed a button, and it's the 5th follow-up letter with the actual 6th. All right, let me look at something before you go. Don't go anywhere. I think I know what that means. And I mean, I know what you mean, but I think there's a reason for that. Tools, autoresponders. Let's go to edit. Let's go to friends, family, invite. And manage that. Ah, I see what you mean. I thought there was a letter up top that said, told the affiliate that they had a hot lead or a prospect. Okay, so you're saying number 5 letter says this is, okay, let me check into that. I will check into that and see how to correct that. So that must not be the one. It must be number 6 that you're saying. Back to number email list, number 6. We might have taken a letter out there. Okay. So first of all, you can change that on your end. Okay. I'm going to come clean. This is number 5. Yep, that's right. Okay, change that to number 6. I see. Thanks, Andrew. Everybody can change that. Now, if you haven't brought these back in, let me change it now myself. Let's go back here and edit this. So you're sure you're correct here, right? This is number 6, and this needs to be, say, number 6 here. I will change it right now. So when you go in and bring this autoresponder in, it will be on there. You won't have to change anything. Thanks, Andrea. How observant you are. You must have been a teacher. Save and preview. Here we go. Okay, now it says number 6. This is number 6. Yep, that's right. I just pushed the button. Entire series, I mentioned, da-da-da-da-da. There you go. Now, when you go back in and load these back in, it'll be there. Thank you. Never picked that up. Wonder why. I think we eliminated a letter or something at one time. Added one or something. Good. It's there now, Andrea. Okay, it looks like we're good to go. Any other questions before we go? Yeah, double check these letters. If after you put it in and you find something, you can change it. But I don't, I didn't even notice that. All righty. Well, we're good to go here, it looks like. Anything you want to add, Mark?
No, you did a great job. I will say this while everybody's here. I'm a little concerned that it's only 12 people on here. And we take this time to help them out, and then they come back and say, well, I don't have this is not working, or whatever. When we put this time aside, it would be nice for as many that could come in and take advantage of this time, because I think it should be more than 12 people on here. That's all I see.
There's hundreds of people on Tools Rock in our company that use these. So pass the word on to people, and they can go to YouTube and go watch this and get it straight. I mean, that's the best thing you can do now. At least it's up there. But yeah, I didn't send a notice out either for this tonight. I just depended on today and people word of mouth. So maybe that's another reason. I've been working on these letters right up till the end to make sure. And you look, I even missed that one with Andrew. Never even saw that coming. But the rest of them are all good, it looks like. I don't think you're going to have a problem. Go in, delete what you need to, add what you need to, and you're ready to go. If you have any questions, call me, email me, and we'll be good to go. So with that, thank you for being here. Make sure you tell other people. Get to the YouTube. Get to YouTube and see. Just, I'm going to stop screen sharing right now. Stop sharing. There we go. All right, so there you go. All right, so just, make sure you pass it on to everybody so they get it. It's because those other letters may not be getting delivered. I don't know. Thanks to Wally, we got it straightened out. All right, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for being here, and we will see you in the morning.
Peace and blessings, everyone.
Good night.